Greg, why didn't you run as a Democrat?
Because I'm not a Democrat. I'm a socialist.
Now watch this drive.
We're told over and over that we only have two choices: line up behind the far right or fall behind the other party owned by billionaires and warmongers that pretends to be our friend every election year. We're proudly not running as Democrats because the Democratic Party is part of the problem we're running to defeat. We're not begging them to change. That's unrealistic. We're running for our own working class interests.
But Greg, can you really win?
Yes, and it's up to all of us. We know we can do it. History shows it's possible. Every major victory working people have won has begun outside the boundaries of what the political establishment called realistic, in beating slavery, to Jim Crow, to the 8-hour workday, and beyond. So the bigger question is, can working people afford to keep losing inside of this two-party trap? Millions are realizing that the problems of capitalism cannot be solved with more capitalism. They require socialist solutions. We can win. In fact, breaking from the billionaire parties is the only way working people can begin to secure wins that are lasting. We're ready and willing. Let's get it.
Go get him. Good luck. Asman is the Dems are stealing our elections guy now.
Listen, we traveled.
He's right. I wish he would. I wish that he would crash out on these people more. I wish he would target them with the Justice Department more. These people, in my opinion, are insurgent forces. They are not American. They are foreign influenced, or at least anti-American, seditious third parties that are trying to sow dissent and chaos into the country. I think you should go after them way more.
Okay, but like, he's not wrong on the analysis, on the understanding there. That is true, but well, wait, it actually depends on who he's talking about. I'm assuming he's talking about. Actually, I don't know why I would assume who he's talking about. He could just be talking about brown people. Hold on, back up.
Your elections are crooked, and you're crooked, and means the press is crooked, and so is ABC, and CBS, and CNN.
But Mr. President,
If he wants to fully ascend, and he wants to go for a third term, he has to grow a big beard like Gandalf.
Okay, maybe true. But he'd also have to be less orange.
If he did that, I don't think anything could stop him. I don't. I think that would just pretty much be the end of it.
Guided crooked networks. Right, let's call it quits because I've had enough. Thank you, darling. Have a good time.
Mr. President, let's please. I traveled all the way to Wisconsin. I traveled all. I know. I traveled all the way to Wisconsin.
On and off in the rain, and I've given you enough time. You want to straighten out your press because you know what?
Mr.
A country can never be great with a dishonest
Listen, we
press.
traveled.
He's right. I wish that he would crash out on these people more. I wish he would target them with the Justice Department more. These people, in my opinion, are insurgent forces. They
Who are these people?
are not American. They are foreign influenced, or at least anti-American, seditious third parties that are trying to sow dissent and chaos into the country. I think you should go after them way more.
All the way to Wisconsin for this interview.
Stops on it. Oh, shit. And there it is. Elon says the reason ID is banned in California and in New York elections is to enable large-scale fraud. When you combine no ID and mail-in voting, fraud is de facto legalized. That's right. And how the fuck do you not know this? How the fuck is this not obvious? Like, really? Like, this is the thing, is that people like this think that you need to have some sort of fucking smoking gun. Nah, bro. Like, whenever everything that you do enables scamming and stealing and bullshit, the odds are that that's what you're doing is...
Like, but I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm just glad that we have the biggest brains on everything, that Elon Musk can solve every single problem in the world. Do you remember when Elon Musk solved COVID? And nobody would listen to him?
The importance of vaccine mandates, closing schools. There's people that stated an opinion in 2020, and they still are doing mental gymnastics to try to make it seem like that was the right choice.
No, it was just a panic.
Yeah.
And a lot of deaths got ascribed to COVID that had nothing to do with COVID. And in fact, I'd say in the beginning, the cure is worse than the disease. So, because people panic too much, and so that somebody would get diagnosed with COVID, they put them on intubated ventilator for a week, and this was going to basically cook your lungs. So if you're on Puro 2 under pressure with a tube stuck down your throat and under anesthetic, this is very bad for you.
I just love that we had the greatest minds like this guy to work on all of our problems. The thing that is the most upsetting is that nobody listened to this great mind.
It's one thing if you do that for a couple hours for an operation, but you do that for a week. It's gonna roast your lungs. Like the air that we're breathing right now is 78% nitrogen, 1% argon, about 21% oxygen, and some miscellaneous. So if you ask most people, what are you breathing? They say oxygen. No, you're breathing nitrogen. Only about a fifth of it is oxygen, and there's about 1% argon. Now I know quite a lot about life support systems because we make spaceships, and you have to keep people alive in a vacuum. So you got to say, okay, what percentage nitrogen, what percentage oxygen you can do, what's the pressure going to be? So like sea level pressure is about 15 pounds per square inch. And the partial pressure of oxygen at being 20% is therefore roughly 3 pounds per square inch of oxygen. So in a spacecraft, you want to, especially if you're in a spacesuit, you want to lower the pressure. So you want to keep the oxygen, still give people enough oxygen to function, obviously, but you want to lower the nitrogen content so that you don't have a spacesuit that's at 15 psi, because at 15 psi you just pop out like a balloon.
Has anybody told doctors about this? How bad of an idea it is to shove pure 100% oxygen into people's lungs? Did anybody talk about this? Because I thought that when we breathe, because we breathe in oxygen, right? I thought it was like 100% or 99% oxygen. He's saying it's way lower than that. Has anybody told the medical world this?
It's like hard to move. So you want to try to lower the pressure, down to around, I don't know, 6, 7 psi, maybe even 5 psi. So you lower it to, try to keep the oxygen, partial pressure of oxygen roughly the same, so maybe around 3 psi, and then 3 psi of nitrogen, so you got 50-50 mix of nitrogen and oxygen, and then you just get pretty hot into that week.
Yeah, I made it a while.
I just felt like a hot shot.
I'm sweating.
I mean, it's going to be sweaty and itchy.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Can't believe people wear them all day.
Yeah.
So...
Anyway, so I know a thing or two about
oxygen
keeping people alive in a vacuum,
Right.
So, we designed the life support system for keeping humans alive in the vacuum of space, which is very difficult. So we know quite a lot about what it takes to keep people alive. So you don't want to feed people, 100% oxygen. It's actually, for an extended period of time, this is not good for you.
Well, 80% of the people they put on ventilators died.
Yeah, so...
That's crazy. Why were they putting so many people on ventilators?
In fact, I actually posted about that because... I called doctors in Wuhan and said, what are the biggest mistakes that you made on the first wave?
Elon was like the only guy who was like actually trying to solve this. He called the doctors in Wuhan and spoke fluent Chinese.
Because I called doctors in Wuhan and said, what are the biggest mistakes that you made on the first wave? This was early on. And they said, we put far too many people on intubated ventilators. So then I actually posted on Twitter at the time and said, hey, what I'm hearing from Wuhan is that they made a big mistake in putting people on intubated ventilators for an extended period, and that this is actually what is damaging the lungs, not COVID. It's the treatment. The cure is worse than the disease. And people yelled at me and said, I'm not a doctor. I'm like, yeah, but I do make spaceships with life support systems. What do you do?
These two things have nothing to do with... I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It's because he's fucking retarded. He's dramatically overestimating his own competency here. But
I like that.
I twiddle knobs. I'm like, okay, great.
Yeah.
Rock on.
Well, again, there was this very bizarre narrative that you had to believe everything that the government was telling you. You had to believe everything the CDC was telling you. And that even as time went on and we realized, hey, it looks like this came from a fucking lab. Like, even as time went on, disputing that would get you banned, would get you kicked off of YouTube.
Yeah.
Isn't it even possible that he has a point, though? No. He's retarded. I'm sorry. I like this quote from a long time ago. He talked about electric cars. I don't know anything about cars. So when people said he was a genius, I figured he must be a genius. Then he talked about rockets. I don't know anything about rockets. So when people said he was a genius, I figured he must be a genius. Now he talks about software. I happen to know a lot about software, and Elon Musk is saying the stupidest shit I've ever heard anyone say. So when people say he's a genius, I figure I should stay the hell away from his cars and rockets. Yeah, Elon was the guy who tried to... he said that he shipped like 20,000 ventilators to California. They're just CPAP machines. He's just... 4 of the hospitals on the list told CNN that instead of the sought-after ventilators they received by bi-level positive airway pressure and continuous positive airway pressure machines from the billionaire and his electric car company. We received 6 CPAPs, and we are very grateful for the gift. Honestly, if lefties just like upped their intelligence a little bit, like learned a little bit about anything, and they wanted to fight against like the concept of billionaires and trillionaires, they should honestly just learn everything that Elon Musk talks about and then just say, oh, so capitalism is merit-based? You think this guy should control everything? Well, look at what he said about submarines and divers and literally every fucking thing he talks about outside of like a very narrow purview of when he's not being a total fucking moron. As a software engineer, it was mind-opening how retarded he was when he started talking about software. Twitter engineer arguing with him was peak. True. When he tried to fake his Path of Exile credentials. Oh my god. Man, everything sucks right now. Bro, when is the next politics arc, like, for reality start? Are we done with the Iran arc yet? Strait of Hormuz. Where are we at with that? That's not the kind of strait we're talking about, by the way. Apache helicopter shot down by Iran. Trump says crew rescued by sea drone. Both pilots are safe and uninjured. U.S. Central Command forces began launching self-defense strikes against Iran at 5 p.m. Eastern Time today at the Commander-in-Chief's direction in response to yesterday's downing of a U.S. Army Apache helicopter. The mission is a proportional response to unjustified Iranian aggression. Is a legal term that refers to harm or injury that cannot be adequately compensated or remedied by any monetary award or damages that may be awarded later. Some examples of irreparable harm include injury to reputation or goodwill. In cases involving defamation or other types of reputational harm, the harm caused may not be able to be fully compensated with a monetary award. Okay, that's fair. Deprivation of constitutional rights, that's obviously fair. Okay. Environmental harm, sure. Sports-related harm. In cases involving sports teams, loss by an athletic team of the services of a star athlete may cause irreparable harm that cannot be fully compensated with money. And professional harm. In cases involving professional licenses, such as suspension of the boxing license of the world heavyweight champion, the harm caused by the suspension may not be able to be fully compensated with a monetary award. Okay. Oh, okay. No more fun. Back to anger.
Honestly, say this is this the first thing? Like, brains are sketchy. Like eating brains can get you in trouble. Like that's Can I honestly say this is this the first interview ever done where eating brains has been brought up? Probably not. Oh, not. Have we talked about eating brains before? Yeah, for sure. Definitely. We have? Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not special. Because of prion I thought I'd be special today, but evidently not.
Not the prion disease.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. We have? Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not special. Because of prion diseases. I thought I'd be special today, but evidently not. I think we talked.
They're using a script for switching the cameras, by the way. That's why it's so hectic like that. That's lazy.
Talked about it in terms of what mad cow disease is. You know, mad cow disease comes from them feeding cows. It's basically the same disease that cannibals get. Yeah. I'm not familiar with that. Yeah. I know about mad cow disease. They got another one going on right now in South Texas. Mm-hmm. Some kind
from
of disease,
Biden.
Yeah. Oh, the screw worm. Yeah. Bruce told me about that. Which can bother New World screw worm. You, horses, dogs. Yeah. It's apparently a huge problem. Yeah. And they had it in America, I think in the 80s, and they pushed it back. They got rid of it, so hopefully they can get rid of it again. But it's apparently a really dangerous parasite. It's a parasite. So, I mean, I got in trouble one time for saying people were having, during the COVID thing, they were taking ivermectin. You may have taken ivermectin. And I didn't know any better. I thought I knew, but I didn't know. But ivermectin, I used to give it to the cattle. Right. That's what. Yeah. And I
don't even know how many layers of fucking retardation we're on right now. I'm actually not even sure. Okay.
Not speaking of brains, this is true. We're in Hawaii. I run into a brain surgeon. And he says, "Are you okay with the COVID thing?" And I said, I had it, got over it. I'm all right now. And he says, boy, I tell you, he said, I take ivermectin, man. I said, brain surgeon. And I said to him, obviously, I said, really? It's a cattle dewormer. Ivermectin kills parasites. So I just left it at that, and I walked away and going, brain surgeon? I never could rationalize that kind of.
Uh-oh. Okay, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. When he says I used to give it to the cattle, I thought he meant he like stopped giving, but he just meant like I used to. I'm guessing because he owned cattle or whatever. I misunderstood this.
I'm going to brain surgery. I never could.
Joe's getting wound the fuck up right now. He's about to go off on this fucking guy. He's about to fucking go off on this guy. Uh-oh. He doesn't realize the minefield that he just stepped in. Uh-oh.
Rationalize that kind of thinking, but, yeah.
Well, ivermectin won the Nobel Prize for human beings, for use in human beings.
No, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
it's good for yellow fever, dengue fever. It's an anti-parasitic that also has antiviral properties.
Yeah,
So
I didn't know that. Obviously.
Definitely helps with parasites. And for whatever reason, I think medication for parasites in humans is like God tier. I don't know why or something about our bodies. I'm sure there's some way or whatever, but it's like you just take some pills and like you can fucking BTFO parasites pretty easily. I don't know about the antiviral stuff. I don't know how true that is. I don't think that's, with regards to COVID, I know it's not true, but I don't know for anything else.
Actually, I wasn't as well informed as you are.
yeah, well, I got in trouble for it.
Oh, well, so did I.
Well, I got in trouble like publicly, like on CNN. The White House talked about it during. I got overcaught. You don't know the story, so and for the people that know the story, I'm sorry I have to repeat it. But during the pandemic, I got COVID, and me and Dave Chappelle were doing a show in Nashville, and I had to cancel it because I had COVID. And so I made a video saying that I feel better, but we have to cancel the shows. I had COVID. I was sick for a couple of days, but now I'm fine. And I explained all the stuff that I took. I took a bunch of stuff, monoclonal antibodies, and one of the things that I took was ivermectin.
Yeah.
So it became this huge thing on CNN because they wanted everybody to get vaccinated. So they had all these different people saying that I was taking horse dewormer. Well, it's human medication prescribed to me by my doctor, who also took ivermectin, also got COVID, also
got better.
And he didn't take all the stuff that I took.
Yeah.
I took a bunch of stuff, but they changed the color of my skin. They made my skin look green on CNN. Like, no bullshit.
Oh.
No bullshit. Like,
They AI'd you.
They literally put a filter on my face to make me look green.
They would put a cow's head over me.
Yeah.
I honestly did not know that.
I'm not even mad. If Joe Rogan was doing misinformation with guys like this the whole time, at least that's fine because people would know about where to put it rather than like the fake doctor fucking losers who seem more credible. I'd be fine with it. This is where he belongs.
That a human
Takes ivermectin.
But I will say
it was
this.
actually invented for humans.
Yeah, I actually didn't know that, and I'm thankful that I didn't argue with anybody. And he wasn't the only one that told me that.
Well, the problem was that was a narrative that was all over the news.
Yeah.
Is that it was horse dewormer, and if you're a person who works with animals, with horses,
Cattle.
with cows,
I only knew it was cattle.
It is a dewormer, but that's like saying penicillin is a veterinary medicine. No, well, they use penicillin on animals. They also use penicillin on humans.
Is this recent?
It's like it's medicine. We're mammals.
so.
We have similar
Yesterday or a
medicines.
couple days ago?
That's what ivermectin is. It stops viral replication, and that's the benefit.
That's just not. I don't think that's been demonstrated in the.
was
lot
it
of people.
proven to stop? Was it proven?
There's a ton. There's a lot of people that have written books. I'm not the guy to talk about it, but there's a lot of evidence that the reason why they were not telling people to take ivermectin is because they wanted everybody to get vaccinated.
Here,
and
need
I got
this?
one over here.
Okay.
Thank you. But the reason why they wanted to get everyone to get vaccinated is not because it was effective. It's because they wanted to make a lot of money, and that.
Why wouldn't they just make a lot of money selling?
Bonus ivermectin. Like, why not just make like if they already? It just like none of this ever makes sense. Today's conspiracy sucks so much. Like, why wouldn't they just make like souped up ivermectin then and just sell that for $30? The special COVID ivermectin pack.
That's what they did.
Oh, wait. Well, when you're talking about drugs, you're talking about a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Yeah, a lot of money.
So that's why it's ironic that you brought that up, because I got caught in the crossfires of the ivermectin bullshit.
Yeah,
And
true. Just not the way he means it.
you knew more about it than I did because
Well, I had to find
being
out
a
about it
farmer, that's
because
all
of-
I'd used it for. That's
Yeah,
all
well,
I
it's
used it for.
very effective as a dewormer.
Yeah.
But it also stops viral replication. And
But I wasn't
this-
going to take it. I don't care if they'd have said this is I wasn't going to take that.
You wouldn't take it even if it was prescribed to you by your doctor?
Well, that'd be a different story.
Right. Well,
My
mine
doctor
was
said,
prescribed to me
but
by
I'm
my
married
doctor.
to a
Joe found a doctor to prescribe it. Tim Pool talked about this well, I don't know, intentional, unintentional, but he talked about how he went to a doctor. The guy wasn't doing anything for his COVID, and then he went to find a doctor to prescribe him ivermectin. It's called doctor shopping. Lots of old people do it, lots of addicts do it, and lots of retards do it. like Joe Rogan.
My doctor said we're not taking him.
Really?
Who said really? Was that you or was that on this? Who just said really?
Wait, who was that?
It was Rogan, you fucking old man.
Well,
my
mine
doctor
was
said,
prescribed to me
well,
by
I'm
my
married
doctor.
to a doctor, and my doctor said we're not taking him.
Really?
Wait, why does he sound like Mootin there? Am I crazy? Tell me that didn't sound like Mootin saying, really? Wait, I'm muting Discord. I don't trust you. Hold on.
Said we're not taking him.
Really?
I think Mootin recorded this video.
Shut up.
It sounds like...
Brains are sketchy.
It kind of sounds like...
The two Mutant theory?
Two Mootin theory! Did you figure out all your lights?
Yes, I did. I'm currently trying to put in a new camera.
Ooh, the new camera. Wow. That's
But I did figure out the lights. They look good. Got the gate lighting.
nice, cute. Oh, now that Moon's here, I can leave for 2 hours. Just kidding. Hold on one sec.
Hey, am I right, Chad? Thank God he's...
Okay. No!
What?
Nothing. I just don't want to see my reels. That's what we need.
Listen, I want to see you two do things for this bag of money.
Okay, man.
Yeah, nice.
What?
Listen, I want to...
Wait. Question.
Yeah.
You can pay people to watch their porn, right? Like with OnlyFans, right?
Sure.
You can make requests for people on OnlyFans, right?
Yeah.
If you pay somebody on OnlyFans for a request, where does it cross the line into prostitution? Like, if I were to pay, like, say somebody had a special request thing and you could pay for them to, like, masturbate for you in the same room as you, does that count as prostitution?
Probably, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Huh. Huh. Well, we didn't solve that one fast.